Mr. Bidu, so better I think you should remove your cap.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thanks.
Actually, you came here to face interview of biology, and now your geographical area is visible.
Yeah, thank you, sir. The person who are preparing for the NEET, do you think that if only he will study, he will pass the examination?
I think you are not looking biology teacher. You are looking motivational teacher. So why don't you start your motivational institution? So
sorry,
that
sir, but my words was not like that.
how will handle the girls student if there are some chapters come? Then how will teach them?
You are talking about the mentality.
I'm talking about some chapters. Suppose there are some reproduction chapter and there are some more chapter in biology, because you are the teacher faculty of biology. You must know.
May I come in, sir?
Yes, come. Please have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
Can I go through your resume?
Yes.
Okay. Good. You are experienced. What's your name?
Biru Kumar, sir.
Biru Kumar. Mr. Biru, so better I think you should remove your cap.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thanks.
And now it's good. Actually, you came here to face interview of biology, and now your geographical area is visible.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
So good. Can you introduce yourself, Mr. Biru?
Thank you, sir. First of all, thank you very much, sir, for giving me the opportunity to speak something about myself. I born and brought up in Parliamentary Patna, and if you talk about my education qualification, I am pursuing my masters in Patliputra University from the N College in the stream of biotechnology. I have done my graduation since in 2020 in the subject of zoology. If you talk about my strengths are I am very disciplined, dedicated towards my work, and if you talk about my hobbies are playing carom and sing the song. If you talk about the achievement which I got in my academic career, that is I have been awarded by Rebel Spoken English by the Kaniha sir as a best classroom performance award, and I have been awarded also by the Rebel Spoken English as a best outdoor class performance award and the personality enhancement award in 2018-19, and I have been awarded by the drop Rebel as a bronze medal and the silver medal in 2018-19, and so many awards. I have also been performed in so many halls as a singer of the Patna. So that's all about myself.
Okay. So actually, you have come here for the interview of biology teacher. One thing I would like to ask, that generally we all are from here, Bihar and all. We pronounce it biology. The most of students, they pronounce it biology, but we must know that right pronunciation is biology. But why the most of students, they are not in the habit of pronouncing it biology? Why the most of students pronounce it biology? What is the reason behind it?
Actually, sir, the reason behind it that we are in the society where the pronunciation, actually you're talking about the biology, even the pronunciation itself, people are not pronunciating well. So we are in such a society in Bihar, people do not focus on the pronunciation. So we need to focus on the pronunciation, and actually the teachers are not well known the pronunciation itself. So I think that the main problem is that people are not focusing on the pronunciation.
So
I always
so you are raising questions against the teachers. The teachers
yes, sir.
are not.
Yeah, exactly. I'm raising the question because I believe that the biology teacher, I have seen, sir, that so many biology teachers that they are not focusing on the pronunciation. So I believe that I can.
Why should they focus on pronunciation? They are not here to improve their communication skills. They are not here to improve the communication skills of the students. They are here to help them to pass NEET examination, to make them doctors. Why will they work on their pronunciation?
Don't you think, sir, that doctor have the personality? Do you think that only Bihari people will go for the doctor? Means the mentality is that doctors will only treat those who are from Bihar, and if the patient from out of India, then if the pronunciation of the doctors are not good, do you think that what kind of the image will go up to the upper level? So I think that the pronunciation is the best part of the biology also.
Okay, leave. Actually, we are not here for the improving the pronunciation of teachers and doctors. We want a teacher faculty which should be very competent in biology, as far as the knowledge of biology is concerned.
Okay.
So next point is, you are academic. When I'm just going through your academic career, that why did you take admission 2022? Because you are done with your graduation in 2020. So where were you? The gap of 1 and 2 years. You took admission in after 1 year.
Exactly, sir. Actually, I was teaching. So earlier, I planned that I'll go further for my my masters in out of the Bihar. But somehow, due to my family issues, I was unable to go outside, and 1 year lost in that. So I started my career from here also.
One more thing, that you have been good at academic, no doubt, but apart from that, you have been very active in some extracurricular activities. Like you have done tremendous job with some NGOs. You have been a sport person too. You have been participating in some music academy. I think you don't have. We need a very sincere teacher. That you have been very confusing personality. That you have been participating in different activities. So as an academic, you know, the medical examination is very tough examination.
Exactly.
If you have been very confusing personality, then it is not good for the students. Why? Because even you don't have certain aim and goal. Sometimes you participate in sports, sometimes you participate in music classes, sometimes so it means that you don't consider biology is means healthy subject. What do you think?
No, sir. I truly say that I consider as a tremendous subject of my career. I'm trying to tell you that there are so many doctors and so many researchers. Those who are performed well in their academic career, they are very good sports person. They are very good in music also itself. Those who have performed so many research, those who have done so many research in their field, they are actually good in the music also. Music, it's just actually it help you to exhale your tension, pressure itself. So I believe that it is good. Music, sports will help you to be healthy. Biology, why we need? Biology, why we need? The question arises that we need to not only learn for the academic, we need to done the things in a very good manner. So actually,
all the coaching classes, like there are some reputed coaching classes who help a student to prepare for the NEET medical examination. They should start organizing and the sports classes and music classes for their betterment.
no,
According
I'm
to
not
you.
saying this. I'm not saying this. But the student, those who are preparing, might you have heard that so many students, those who are preparing for it, they go for suicide because they have tension, pressure. If you are exhaling your pressure by music or sports, you will be healthy. And health, it's also come under the biology. So if you are learning biology, you should focus on your health, because health is wealth. If you are not healthy, how can you think that you can be good doctor, good engineer, whatever you are pursuing, you need to be healthy. So sports directly concerned to the health, music directly concerned to the health. I believe that this is my hobby and I should pursue it, not to leave.
So what do you think? You are going to teach all the teachers?
No, sir, I'm not saying this, but kindly I'm saying this.
But you are here for teachers. You are here for faculty.
Exactly.
So you have all the whatever the qualities. As a teacher, you are explaining it. But you are not going to teach all the teachers so that the teacher should possess all the activities.
So
you are going to teach all the students. So what is the work of students? You should explain it. As a teacher, you have come here as a faculty. You have not come here as a student. So you are going to lead the students. So if you don't have clear concept, why? Because all the students are here not to be a teachers. All students are here to clear their examination.
Exactly.
So as a biology teacher, it can help you. Why? Because you need some extracurricular activities to make yourself calm and all. But what students will do with all?
I'll tell
This
you,
is
sir.
the big question.
If the student, those who are pursuing their NEET examination or the AIMS examination, they must have their some hobbies. If your hobby will die, you can't live life along. If suppose the person who are preparing for the NEET, do you think that if only he will study, he will pass the examination.
I think you are not looking biology teacher. You are looking motivational teacher. So why don't you start your motivational institution? So
sorry,
that
sir, but my words was not like that. I just want to
no, I
elaborate,
thought that means actually whenever you get any word, you try to explain it. But you are here for biology teacher, so you should explain about biology if related to biology. So I think you should start your own YouTube channel. You can do better in motivational field. Why? Because you motivate and you have explanation. The way you explain, that is good. Come to the academic session and some biology. So I would like to ask you, biology word derived from where it comes?
it comes from the Greek word, sir, bios plus logos. Bios means living and logos means study.
Bios plus logos.
Bios
Okay,
means
it is Greek word.
Yeah, exactly, sir.
Okay, so in which era this word was being used? From where this word was used?
Greek, sir, I do not know exactly the era which when it is described, but it is said that the Greek word actually they are skipping the word.
One
That's
thing
why-
also I want to know, why the most of subject name ends with logy? Biology, zoology.
Logi means logi itself is logos. Logos means study. That's why whatever. Suppose it's zoology. So living. If you are study the animal, that is zoology. If you are studying botany, so botany you will study about the plant.
But there is no logy.
So in botany becomes from botan. Botan means plant. So that in plant we study about the plant. Botany itself in that we study
And
about the
zoology comes from?
zoology also come from the Greek word, sir, zoon plus logos. So zoon means animal, logos means study.
But still I did not get my answer. Why logy is there? Zoology is there, but botany is there. What is difference between that? Why there is no logy with botany? Why there is logy with zoology?
I don't know, sir, but I know that botany comes from the Greek word which is botan. Botan means plant.
Okay, there are some certain chapters where you may feel where you may not be comfortable to teach. Like when we were also students, the biology teacher, if they are a lady, then some male student, they try to hoot her and all. How will handle the girls student if there are some chapters come? Then how will teach them?
You are talking about the mentality.
I'm talking about some chapters. Suppose there are some reproduction chapter and there are some more chapter in biology, because you are the teacher faculty of biology, you must know. So if you are going to handle in the classroom, so how will you handle some students? Suppose you are male faculties there, some girls cannot be comfortable learning that chapters. How will you handle it?
I try to explain, sir, in a good way, because I always
Then there will be more problem, because if you explain in better way, so they are not comfortable with you. If you explain in a more way, so they they don't feel better.
No, sir, last from my 6 year of experience, which I got, that girls, from my experience, I'm telling you that girls never feel that much of hesitant rather than the boy. If you are saying that the girls can create problem, or they may feel hesitant, or they may feel shy, so I do not feel those things, but somehow boy can create the problem. So I try to handle those things, because I thought that I can explain in good way, and I try
So
to
what do
handle
you
those
think?
things.
Should I hire you for only girls?
No, not. I already told you that I have already handled boys and girls too, because
But I think you have more problem with boys, as you have already told that boys create more problems. So
your question was, sir, that you have already asked.
No, I did not ask about boy. You told about boy.
Actually, you asked that.
How will you handle
girls-
the girls student?
So actually, sir, the girls I never get the problem, and if I get the problem regarding
But
those,
you have problem with boy.
no, not problem with boy. I'm saying that somehow they create problem in the class by hooting on or the creating some
Any
another word.
motivational trick that you will apply to teach student and make class interesting way? Any motivational trick?
Motivational trick means words you wanted to say.
Any trick that you want to apply for the students to make the class very interesting?
I always say that motivates sometime according to the situation. If they are not
No,
very
I'm not
interesting,
talking about the motivate. I just want to know about some activities, some trick that will make class very interesting in biology class.
Trick could be. Right now, I'm not getting the trick which I can explain you here. But I try to according to the situation, I always try to make them interesting the class. Suppose the chapters comes, So I try to make very easily explain. My handwritten notes are there, so I try to explain in very easy. As in the
I think
biology.
in your childhood, have you ever jumped in the river naked?
No, sir.
Uh, have you ever jumped in the river with some your friends in river?
Yeah.
Okay. So
In my childhood, 2 times I did.
2 times you did. From there you got the idea to be biology teacher.
No, not. Why?
So why did you decide to be biology teacher?
Because my biology is good. You can ask the question. I can get them.
No, biology is good, but nobody can be born, and nobody is born leader in biology. Everybody has to learn. So your biology is good now, but how did you decide to be a biology teacher?
Actually, sir, I decided because
I thought that you must be jumping in the river with your villagers or with your colleagues. That's why you saw a lot of bodies and all. That's why you decided to be a biology teacher and all.
No, not itself. Because I believe
I hope you should not say this is irrelevant question. So answer why did you decide to be biology
actually,
teacher?
sir, I decided because I.
Or you had a lot of girlfriend in your childhood.
Maybe.
Maybe that's why you
because
decided.
maybe I can say because I'm not very much sure that time there is no sense of girlfriend and all. Just about the attraction, if you feel loves and all. So I cannot say that much was love or girlfriend and boyfriend. I cannot say exactly. But as I believe that my subject is interesting, I love to teach this student. I love to explain much as I'm explaining.
Some weak students are there. How will you handle it? In a classroom, some good students are there. Some weak students are there. How will you handle it?
I just try to understand which point they are lacking. Suppose some of the students come, they do not know how to write the sentences. So personally I go, suppose 20 or 30 students are there. So personally I went, suppose I have already written, jot down on the board. So they are writing down. If they are not writing down, I just check the copy and I try to explain. If in the class they are not very much capable to understand, I just give them the out of the class. So you can come and I'll give you the guide.
Okay. In email ID you have mentioned Biru is okay. We can understand your whole email ID. Let me read. Biru is there. Singh is there. Raj is there. What is Puth 7? I'm unable to understand this Puth 7.
Actually, sir, Rajput is this. It's not Rajput.
Okay. I separated the word Raj and Puth. So as a teacher, don't you think that you are promoting caste?
No, not.
So why should you?
Actually, when I was making the ID, there was no Biru
So you
Kumar.
have-
Actually, see, sir, Biru Singh was not even. There was no ID.
So
I
you have
was
come
making-
here to join as a faculty, or you have come here to search for a girl?
Why?
Why do you want to just show that you are Rajput and this word is
I'm
there?
not searching these things because
So
I
it does
have.
not look professional. So I would suggest you to change your email ID.
Okay, sir.
So email ID should not be on caste basis.
Okay.
Otherwise, all the classroom, whatever you will speak in the classroom, there may be perception. You are
Actually-
speaking because of you belong to this caste.
Okay, sir. I'm explaining you. Here, the email ID which is given to you, not to my student. How the student will get to know if you will promote this? I have already given you to, not to my student.
No, but email ID is not for only one place. Email ID
I'm
is
telling you, sir. Let me explain myself. I'm just telling you that the email ID, it is my professional email ID. So if I'm providing it just in your office, not in another where. Where if I have to promote in another where, I promote my another ID.
another ID. Okay. So it means that you think that wherever office you go, they belong to your caste.
No, it's not like, sir.
In
it is
office
all-
also, why to promote your caste?
Sir, actually the ID which is already been mentioned in so many offices, so now I cannot change because already it has been mentioned.
No, you should change. Otherwise, anybody can use the abusive word and they can use the same word. Word,
If you are
caste,
saying, if you are saying, then I'll change.
You
But I
should
don't
change.
I
You
don't
should
see
change.
things, sir, because it is about the mentality. If they think, then let them think. What can I do?
You are mentioning your caste here and you are talking about other.
Sir, it's
As a
not about
teacher-
class. I am not suggesting. Actually, I made itself. I am saying. Again, I am explaining you. I made because no one ID was.
When you met, you did not have information. You did not have idea about that.
Exactly.
That's why you made this. Now I'm just telling you, you should change it. Otherwise, a lot of question raised. Otherwise, somebody will write ki
Okay.
Falana is there.
Okay, sir.
So title should be there. I
Okay.
agree. Sometimes even I suggest you don't use title even. If title is there, so don't make email ID professionally as far as the profession is concerned. You
Fine,
should
sir.
not use title there. But caste is there like Viru Singh Brahman at the rate of, there is
Fine, sir.
problem.
Okay, sir.
So I would suggest you to change. Can you define what is your career objective?
Professor of Biotechnology, sir.
Biotechnology. So I want to ask why the technology word is added with bio.
Actually, sir, in biotechnology itself, it is added because in it, biotechnology means that to actually to create something new. Why? Because in we study generally about the gene therapy.
It should be bio-innovative.
No, sir. Actually, technology itself, there are so many gadgets or the equipment which is used in the bio. So how we can use the engineering in the bio, applying engineering equipments, how we can make the bio good. So that's why it is made. Actually, suppose gene therapy we are doing PCR, we are doing ELISA, so many things we do. So without technology, the biology cannot be possible. So that's why this chapter has been made.
As I can see that as biology teacher, you must have produced so many doctors. In future also you will produce, and I can see that you have already operated yourself in your performance and all. The good operation I can say, the drop row ball, music academy, youth for Swaraj. From where I think you were not good at academic. That's why you started participating in different activities.
No, sir. I love to participate in the extracurriculum activity. Whenever I participate, I get more experience from other people, that how they are doing, and I love to do, because whenever I do, I thought that okay, I'm getting now more energy to do my work in a good way.
And as I can see that you have written areas of interest and hobbies. Can you make the difference between what is hobbies, what is area of interest?
Area of interest, sir, because where I want to work. Hobbies just for in past time which I am working. Area of interest is my gene therapy. I want to work in gene therapy. That's why I have written that the area of interest in which I am going to work. And the hobby is, which means that in past time what I do. So I love to.
No, what you do, you told. What is in difference between interest and hobby?
Hobby, sir, which means in past time. I'm saying it itself now that hobby means in past time. Interest, which means that in which field I'm going to work.
Okay. So area of interest, research in gene therapy.
Gene therapy.
Gene therapy. It is called gene therapy. What is gene therapy?
Gene therapy means technically, if you go through the gene therapy, which means that altering the gene. Altering gene means suppose your gene is not good, I can make it correct.
Okay,
suppose
that is gene therapy. So area of interest where you are going to work. Hobbies in your leisure time you do. So you are here for biology teacher. So you will be biology teacher in next birth. Because area of interest you are going to work, that area of interest you explain that where you are going to work. So you are going to work on this gene therapy. Hobbies you will do in leisure time. So what about this botany, zoology? You will work in next birth.
No, sir.
Then
Actually, if you talk about the area of interest, so the every professors, every doctors, if you're talking about, they does the same thing. If they are working as a scientist, so they are the teachers.
So do you feel that you are a scientist and that
I'm going to be. I believe that I can be.
So if I am going to be Prime Minister, I should make a resume according to that.
No, not.
When I will be, then I will mention.
So that's why I written that my interest is that. I have not written that I am.
That's why I'm telling. But you define interest means what? Pastime. Interest cannot be full time. But you told my interest is where I am going to do, where I am going to work, at what thing I am going to, what thing I am going to achieve. The main course you talk about interest. And you have already talked about hobbies. So what about your main subject? If you are going to interest, also you included that.
Actually, interest, which I understood that interest means where I am going to work over there. So in the field of gene therapy, after pursuing my master,
I think no need to separate it, interest and hobbies. You should just conclude in one terms. Otherwise, you will give chance people like me to ask a lot of questions. So one thing also, and this would be, I don't want to prolong this interview and all. I think you have explained everything in short. Your experience, even what you were doing, there is no explanation. Education, only 1, 2, 3, 4 lines are there. In extracurricular activities, you have written the history. So it means that you are more interested in extracurricular activities. So I should hire you for extracurricular activities, not for teacher.
Sir, extracurriculum activity I have done. So there are so many experience in the experience.
You have explained it in better way. There is an explanation. I had performed and all. And why don't you make this profile that what was your role there?
I have already mentioned that I am the senior faculty of the zoology. So what is the faculty that I have already mentioned in the summary? What a teacher can be, I have already mentioned in the summary that what I have worked in the institution. So I think that there is no need to prolong those things.
If you consider yourself superior, then you need not to come here. You need not come here. Better you should call me, sir, you should hire me because I have this experience. I am expert faculty of geology. If you have to decide yourself, then why should you come here? You should call me and you should tell, sir, actually I am the senior most faculty of biology, so you should hire me. So explanation is more. Explanation is not here. Summary. Can you summarize your whatever you
summary
written here?
is there that what I have performed in my career, that I have elaborated.
Okay. So can you summarize it now?
Exactly line by line, which I have written.
No,
there.
you can summarize only, not line by line.
Sir, I have performed very good in a communication skill and in the with the children I am very good to participate.
But whatever you are speaking, it is not mentioned here. So at least it
So
should
line
be
by line-
mentioned. No line by line. I'm just going to tell keywords you should have mentioned. Okay. So it was nice interview. So I hope that you will get the result tomorrow. So
sir.
nice
Thank you.
talking to you.
Thank you.
Best of luck. It's best interview.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice. Okay, I'll inform you tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you. My HR will inform you tomorrow. Okay, thank you. Now it's time for review. As you must have watched this very dogmatic interview, and I was trying to be very professional. I asked some questions related to the biology faculties. Like Mr. Vidu has come to face this interview, but I would like to suggest something. The way Mr. Vidu was speaking, he cannot be selected very easily. Why? Because he was trying to dominating the employer. So you have to just understand and maintain the dignity, the employee and employer. Why? Because if suppose I am taking interview, if you dominate, you can be smart. You can be smarter than interviewer, no doubt. But at the time of interview, you need to take care of that. You should not be very dominating, otherwise you will be rejected. And some basic things about your CV resume. First thing is, as you can see, यहाँ आपको आप देख भी सकते हैं इसमें कि email ID should be professional. आजकल क्या होता है, nowadays the people use it, the Viru Singh Rajput, no, it cannot be professional email ID. Number of time it happens, hello world, hello guys @gmail.com. तो सीखना है कि email ID should be very professional. अच्छा देखें, कोई date of birth and date of birth, कोई year of the birth, ऐसे आप उसको select करके you can go for professional email ID. Thereafter, career objective should not be like aim. My career objective of profession of biotechnology. Career objective is actually summarized. Okay, what is your objective? Career objective is to just reach that position where I can lead and I can teach thousands of students. तो career objective जो ऑब्जेक्टिव है थोड़ा इन एक्सप्लेनेशन मोड में होना चाहिए. नेक्स्ट वन इज एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज का जो पार्ट है वो बहुत ज्यादा एक्सप्लेनेशन में है, लेकिन जो नॉर्मल एकेडमिक है, जो इम्पोर्टेंट है, वो बहुत ज्यादा एक्सप्लेनेशन मोड में नहीं है. इट शोज कि ये दिखाता है पहली नजर में कि आप एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज में ज्यादा एक्टिव है, ना कि अपने प्रोफेशनल काम में, वर्क में. इसको ध्यान देना है कि जिस चीज के लिए इंटरव्यू देने जा रहे हैं, इट शुड बी मोर बेटर, इट शुड लुक मोर बेटर एंड बेटर. इसके अलावा कई बार ऐसा है कि यू शुड बी काम. जब इंटरव्यूअर आपसे कुछ पूछ रहा है, आपको सुनना है, डोमिनेट करने की कोशिश नहीं करना है. यू शुड नॉट आर्ग्यू, अदरवाइज इट इज नॉट इन योर हैंड, यू विल बी रिजेक्टेड. दूसरी बात क्या है कि अगर आप इंटरव्यू फेस करने जा रहे हैं, ही कैन आस्क यू एनीथिंग. अगर आपने देखा होगा तो आई आस्क्ड कि क्या कभी आप नेकेड होकर नदी में कूदे हैं. ये कोई रिलेवेंट क्वेश्चन नहीं था, लेकिन आई वांटेड टू कंफ्यूज हिम. दैट्स व्हाई आई आस्क्ड दिस क्वेश्चन कि आपने बॉडी देखा और यू डिसाइडेड टू बी बायोलॉजी टीचर, टू टीच बायोलॉजी टीचर. तो इसका ख्याल रखना है कि आपको कभी डोमिनेटिंग नहीं होना है, काम होना है, क्वेश्चन को सुनना है। कई बार आप देखेंगे इस वीडियो में कि ही वॉज वेरी सीरियस, वो बहुत सीरियस हो जा रहा था कई बार ऐसे क्वेश्चंस में। इफ यू आर वेरी सीरियस while answering, so it can also give bad impact on your employer or interviewer. इसके अलावा हमेशा ख्याल रखें कि कम चीज़ों को बोलें आप तो ज़्यादा बेहतर है इंटरव्यू पर। अप टू द मार्क तभी हो पाएगा जब टू द पॉइंट आप बोलेंगे। इफ़ यू आर हियर फॉर बायोलॉजी टीचर, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा फोकस करें बायोलॉजी टीचर। इंटरव्यूअर और एम्प्लॉयर विल प्रोवोक यू, वो कुछ ऐसा क्वेश्चन पूछेगा जिससे आप गुस्से हो जाएं या आपको लगे कि हाउ कैन ही आस्क, बट यू नीड टू बी काम। ये बहुत ज़रूरत है कि रिज्यूमे जब आप बना रहे हो इन सब चीज़ों का आपको ध्यान रखना है कि जब आप रिज्यूमे बना रहे हैं, चूँकि रिज्यूमे एक एक चीज़ आपको ध्यान रखना है कि आपका सीवी सही होना चाहिए, उसमें जो भी पॉइंट आप लिख रहे हैं, यहाँ तक कि जैसे एरिया ऑफ इंटरेस्ट और हॉबीज़, बहुत ज़्यादा इसको बोलने की जरूरत नहीं थी। इससे अच्छा बायोलॉजी से रिलेटेड कुछ और पॉइंट लिख देते, वो ज़्यादा बेहतर था। स्ट्रेंथ में हालांकि मैंने ये सवाल नहीं पूछा, लेकिन आई वॉन्टेड टू आस्क कि इंथुजियाज्म, डिसिप्लिन, डिटर्मिनेशन, डेडिकेशन, इतनी सारी चीज़ें हैं तो एक्सप्लेनेशन होनी चाहिए। और सबके लिए एक एक एग्जाम्पल जरूर आपके पास होना चाहिए। दो ही चीज़ है, सीवी आपका अच्छा हो और आपको काम होना है, ज़्यादा डोमिनेट करने की कोशिश नहीं करनी है। और बहुत सारे बातों में नकारात्मक थी, निगेटिव थी कि ऑफ कोर्स ऐसा हो सकता है, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए, तो नेगेटिव कभी भी इंटरव्यू में नहीं होंगे। ऑलवेज ट्राई टू बी पॉजिटिव। थैंक यू सो मच।